Hi everyone, welcome to another video. To start off, I'm going to hydrate my face using a hydrating serum from LANEIGE. I really like this when I have really dry skin, like right now. You can see all the bumps that have sprouted on my face. It doesn't really do much to make my skin look smooth, but it works for hydration. Also, check out my new cat tree. I have it in the video background. I hope it makes the video a little more exciting for you guys. I'm using the Porefessional primer to just kind of blur out some pores around my T-zone. Now I'm finally using the right cushion foundation this week. This is the Micro Glassyfit cushion. I have this in shade 101 instead of 201. I've noticed that when cushions are extremely dewy, it's actually better to go a shade up, and then as it slowly sets in, it will kind of melt into your skin tone better. You can see that the coverage is about a low-medium coverage, which I really like. And you can also see just how dewy and hydrating it is once it's on my face. And then I'm going to do some color correction. Today I'm going to be mixing the pink and the lighter pink shades instead of using just one. As you can see, it does a pretty good job of correcting my under eye circles. And then I'm just going to be using my usual favorite concealer to do some more coverage. I recently got this during a point multiplier event at Ulta. I've been wanting to try it for a while as a setting powder. I personally really like the idea of being able to use powder foundation to set your face because you get extra coverage. So I wanted to see how I like this. However, my skin was a little too dry for it today, so I'll probably try it when it gets warmer. And now I'm just going to be filling in my brows as usual. I really only have maybe like 1 centimeter of product left at this point, so hopefully I can bust out my new one soon and you won't have to see this ratty old brow blade anymore. I'm going to use eye primer since my eye look today is going to be on the more dramatic side. So I'm using this eye primer because it is a little bit more hydrating and it's pretty sticky. I'm really excited to finally show this to you guys. This is from Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson's collab. I love watching Mel Thompson's videos. I find that her reviews on color makeup products are always really helpful for me. We have very different skin types, so I don't really trust her reviews for foundations because I know that her recommendations aren't necessarily going to work on my skin. But when it comes to her reviews on eyeshadows, blushes, and lip products, I really love being able to gauge what I want to buy by using her videos to see what I would like or not. So when I heard that she was coming out with an eyeshadow palette with Sydney Grace, of course I really wanted to get it because I have never actually tried Sydney Grace before, so this was a really great chance to support a YouTuber I really enjoy watching and try the Sydney Grace formula for myself. I actually think the formula is really nice. I don't know if I would say so far that it's as hyped up as everybody says it is, but I also am not the best at using eyeshadow, so take my opinion with a massive grain of salt. Temptalia always gives them pretty consistent A's and A+, so I would trust her over me. That being said, I definitely didn't have to work very hard to make these work. It's more of probably the fact that I use unset eye primer, because as you can see, the green shadow on my lower lash line applies and blends beautifully, and I didn't have to use much effort. One thing that people tend to always say about Sydney Grace is that their metallics and their shimmers are really just some of the best around, and I definitely can say I agree here. They just are so beautiful. Not only are they easy to apply, but the finish is just so pretty and so refined and elegant. And as you will see, this duochrome color is also just really intense and punchy on the eyelid, especially once you go in with your finger to build it up. I probably won't be buying any singles from Sydney Grace for a while just because I have enough singles I'm messing around with right now, but Temptalia did announce earlier this year that she has her own collab with Sydney Grace coming this spring. So you definitely can bet on me buying that as soon as I can and showing it off for you guys. I think these false lashes were a little too dramatic for this look. They kind of covered up a little more eyeshadow than I wanted, but I do like the flared shape, and these were just sitting in my drawer. I've already used them a few times, so I just wanted to keep using them. And then of course, as usual, I just put some mascara on my bottom lashes so that you can at least see them. And then I wanted to add a couple of like fake lashes, I guess you could say, to my outer corner of my lower lash line, just to kind of help thicken up my lashes a bit. I'm using a fairly neutral tone blush. It's a very just plain color, very pretty. It flatters my skin tone really well, like a lot of Romance cheek colors do. But it's also just, you know, it goes with everything, very subtle, very easy. And then I'm just using a pretty plain contouring powder shade just to add a little bit of structure to my jaw. I also am going to contour just the tip of my nose to help the tip of my nose be a little more pronounced. And I also go underneath my bottom lip. I noticed it helps make my lower lip look fuller. I'm going to be adding some highlighter now. I'm choosing a shade similar to the shimmer that's on my lower lash line, just so that it kind of matches a little bit. And I just alternate between packing it on and blending it out. Finally, I'm just going to be using my lip liner. My lip liner in Fawn I couldn't find until after I had finished filming, so I'm using Kitten instead, which honestly it works too. It's a little bit darker than Fawn, but it still works. And then finally, because I want to keep the lips fairly neutral, and I just wanted a little bit of color, I'm going to be using the lip cushion from M Cosmetics as well. I love all the shades that I currently own, and I do want more in the future. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this look. I always love when I play around with different colors on my eyelid and on my lower lash line. I think it offers a lot more creativity for me. I also managed to get my lighting set up to look a lot better, so I definitely am happy with how this video turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching.